Hello everybody, welcome to Astra Lost in Space. Very eventful episode where we are episode 7 of Astra Lost in Space. Yeah, as I said, very eventful, bit of everything. We have the old backstory bit, which was interesting, and I've got stuff to say about that. And then we have the whole second bit where it's like, screw your hope, you're not allowed it. And we even got like a new cast member, something I didn't think would happen. I feel like next week we're going to get some bigger explanations of what the hell's going on with the other character. We'll get there when we get there. Let's start at the beginning though, because where else would you start? So the episode begins where we left off last week, with them thinking Shas is the traitor because REA doesn't remember him, and her photographic memory and all that. So he is a prime suspect for being the traitor. He's like, I'm a transfer student. I transferred in like 3 days before we left. And everyone like, highly suspicious. Which, to be fair, it is highly suspicious. They even say that. So they question him because he's not talking about himself. Zach kind of sticks up for him a little bit. He's like, well, you know, we don't always talk about ourselves, you know. That sort of makes me suspect him a little bit. Basically, he then explains everything. He didn't want to talk about his family. He lived in I guess a country where it was all nobles, and, you know, the hierarchy type system was still there. He was a noble. We have a flashback. He had a friend, a commoner friend called Sarah. She was a girl. More on her in a minute once we get through this little bit, because I mean I'm probably going to not say anything people haven't thought themselves, but it's something that I immediately thought. So his friend, they sneak into the noble place to play, and commoners aren't allowed there because divide and all that. She gets caught, and then she falls off a balcony, I guess, and then gets put into a coma. He goes to see her a lot, but then her family leaves, and he leaves a few things later, doesn't know where she's went. Back to present day, everyone's crying and they like him, and now, and he's like, you know what, I have a new family now. So my theory, which is the same thing everyone else came up with, Sarah is probably REA, right? The hair's the same, and also about to like blow people's minds now. If you spell Sarah backwards, it's REA. It's the same, it's just spelled backwards. So my theory was either that, I mean, she's got amnesia or something, or she can't remember, which doesn't make a lot of sense because Shas would recognise her. I don't know. I'm not too sure. What else could it be? Or it's like a clone thing. I'm honestly suspecting her to be the traitor right now, is where I'm at. After that brief, what do you call it, brief flashback, I guess, brief character moment, we're on to the next planet. It's all good. We learn more about it. The sun, right, because of the way it's rotating, it's always sunlight on the planet. I think that's what they were saying, because planets rotate, but the way it would rotate, it would always be facing the same direction. I think that's what they were saying. What is that, astronomy? Didn't do too well. I don't think we really focused on that, if I'm being honest. Basically, it's uninhabitable. There's a small area in the middle they can go to, so that's where they go. They dodge some electric plants. I'm having to rely on my notes, because you might have noticed this video's late today. I had to go to the dentist, and it wasn't good. I can barely speak, which is why I'm being quiet, because my teeth hurt, and my mouth hurt and all that. They end up getting grabbed by a tree. They do escape it though, but they're damaged. They have a little crash landing. Lost navigation systems. Basically, they can't go to space, cannot be fixed. The ship is broken. They all have a little bit of a cry in that. Have to live on the planet, and it's like, you know, it's not a good planet to live on. They should have picked the Paradise Island. They're sad and they help each other. Olgar snaps Kanata out of it because he's pretty mopey, and then Olgar's like, hey, survival handbook or whatever it was, survival tips. And he's like, you know what? Bloody right, Olgar. And they have a little thing. Just remembered back with the REA thing. So yeah, REA backwards is Sarah, so there's definitely something there, unless that's the biggest red herring in the world. Also, I think she might be the traitor because she's leaving the logs, you know, the video logs. I don't think she's or I don't think she knows she's the traitor, but I think her brain might have been messed with because she was in a coma, and to get her up they messed with her brain and made her a spy. Something. I'm probably really overthinking it. I just remembered that now, that's why I'm talking about it now. But anyway, let's go into the last section of the episode. And the hits just keep coming. So they're exploring the area for food. Funi though, she spots a thing. She's like, what's that antenna over the hill? Is it a monster? Yeah, that's exactly what it has. We go back to Kitare, who's still crying, and Zach's like, hey, you can go to sleep in the hibernation pod, but we'll all die. So like, there's one hibernation pod, here's your ultimatum, do it or not. And but then while that's going on, they get a call about the discovery, about what they found. It's another Astra. It's another exact same ship type. That's blimmin' suspicious. That it was just a ship, exact same model. That's come on. That's a bit suspicious. They investigate the inside. A few of them get to the main computer. There's a message on it that says "Help me." They go to the hibernation pod. There's someone been in there for 12 years. They've had to sleep for 12 years. It's some blonde woman. She wakes up, and then that's where the episode ends. So, I think next week we're gonna learn more about what her situation was, and we'll get some. Maybe I think it'll be very similar to their situation, and then they'll cross over, and then I think that their ship will have working parts, and they can make repairs to their ship using the other ship, and that's how they'll escape the planet. That's what I think is going to happen. But yeah, a lot happened. There's like 3 distinct parts of this. It was like hit. It was like, okay, Shafts might not be the traitor, and he's got a pretty interesting backstory, and he might know REA, but he doesn't recognize her. So something there. What was the second part? Second part, they're crashed on the planet. They're going to have to live there. You know, that's pretty crazy. And then the third part, hey, there's another survivor, another member of the crew that's going to join. That was pretty, you know, this show is surprisingly good. Considering how little I saw anything to do with it, flipping good, I think. But yeah, I think that'll about do it for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching. Let me know what you thought about this episode and everything in the comments somewhere. They're down there. That's where they are. Subscribe and stuff if you enjoyed it for more reviews. There's a lot of them. I also have another channel, main channel, just the Sandy Man. Don't have a picture or nothing. It's where I'll do not review videos. I don't know how to describe it any better than that. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I will see you next week. And bye guys.